Nowadays, millions of applications developed by Java. Not only applications, millions of devices and tools we are using Java. Using Java, we can develop web applications, mobile applications, gaming applications, also the tools and web servers, DB servers. We can do multiple things using this wonderful language. So let's start to learn this awesome language in this video. First, Java is an object-oriented programming language. Why it's called as object-oriented programming language means in this Java we will consider everything as an object. Okay, first of all, we need to know class before what is object. Class. Class is a type of data and object is a one piece of data. I will say one real-time example for both. If you consider one pizza, whole pizza as a class and single piece as a data, that means object. So this is the example. Before learn to programming language, you have to know the simple terms what are having. Okay, if you are a beginner and also experienced person, you can learn the terms that is useful to you. Okay, in Java, first we have to know the variables. Variables means that uh, nowadays everything is a data, right? We have to store the data in one place. For example, you are having a number of apples, you have to put that in one pot. Okay, so you can consider that apple as a value and you are putting into one pot means that pot consider as a variable. So that variable it will differs based on that value. So that value if it, for example, if you are taking the water means that pot will be differ, right? So like that we are having a different types data types in this Java. So we can split into two types, one is primitive and another one is non-primitive. Primitive data type means it will hold the one value, single values, and non-primitive data types means we can hold multiple values using one type, one variable. So just we will learn simple explanation for this one and go to the next one. We next one is method. Method it means it's a definitions of function. I mean, if you are going to do some correlations, for example, you are going to perform addition operations, mean you have to put two variables and you have to addition that, and you have to write a code for that, right? So where you will write, you can. Like this, you will write most of the means addition, subtractions. You will write more methods. So more functions you are having means you can use the more methods, and you can call within a one program. So that is called method. And let's see with simple programming, simple Java program. Okay, first public class and class name. That class name you can give whatever it is. Like I'm going to give sample, okay, and open curly brace, and inside that I'm going to create one main method, public static while main of. Inside that method I'm going to pass one parameter string of, that is array, argument s, array name is argument s. Open curly brace and close curly brace. Inside that you can write whatever code you want, and if you can, you need, if you can call any method inside that main functions. First of all, and close this. This is a simple structure. First we learn why we are using main method inside the class. Okay, if you are writing the program, you would want to run in compiler, right? The compiler knows to from where need to execute that program. Okay, from which line we need to execute that programs. Okay, in Java, it will execute after the the first line of main method is the starting point of the execution. So you should write the main program, main method in class. Otherwise, it won't run. It will throw the compilation error. keep this point. And the next thing is constructor. We have written this simple class, okay, and we are going to create one more method with the same name of that class itself. I example sorry Sample as a class name means public sample of and open curly braces and close curly braces. If you want any parameter, you can assign inside this one. What is the use of constructor means? It will create a instance of class, and the most important thing is the name of this constructor is same as the class name. And you can create more constructor with the same name and with a different parameter like that. And there is one default constructor it should create when you are creating the instance of the class. Let's see how to create a object for the class. Okay, so I had a sample class, right? I'm going to create an object for the sample class. I'm going to keep the sample name and give a object name. Object 1 equal to new that class name, that sample of. And sample of, if you need, you can pass that arguments. If you are passing argument means you have to create a constructor, like I told you before. So now I had a one simple constructor, right? So I didn't pass any parameter, and I'm closing that. So using this object, you can call whatever the method inside the other class one. So I'm going to create one other method inside the class, public, public and addition, public int addition of a comma b, int a comma b. I'm going to pass two values and return a plus b. That's it. So for this method, I'm going to call using this instance object one dot addition of. I'm going to pass two values 5 comma 6. So let's print the result in that main function itself, in that method itself. That's it. So the simple program contains all the things like normal methods and default constructors and object, and we are calling the that calculation method. That's it. This is the simple things in Java program, and there is two important concepts in Java, like that is. Method overloading. We told, right, that there is one method we can pass the more values, more parameters. So let's consider this addition method itself. I'm going to create addition method the same name, but I'm going to pass the three values in as a parameter. So I'm giving the same name, right, but that return type should be the same. That is most important thing. You don't change that. So addition of int a comma b, one, that one is one method, and another one is addition of int a comma b comma c. This is another method. It's a overloading method. And like this we can create a constructor also. So I have created sample of constructor. So like I'm going to create another constructor like sample of, and inside that I can pass int a comma int b. Like that I can pass it. So this is considered as a overloading of constructor method. We can access this via object itself. If you call this actual object using that number of parameters different, and also if you can change the data type. Instead of int, you can give string and use the same method name. Means it is also considered as a overloading method. That's it. And the next thing is overriding method. Overriding means I'm going to create one class, and I'm going to create one class, and I'm going to access that class in a subclass. Okay, but I'm going to define that method inside that base class in subclass. So you can keep that example class 1 base class as a class name, and inside that I'm going to write one method like calculation of, okay, calculation of method I'm going to write. And I'm going to create an object for that base class inside the subclass, and I'm using the same class below in overriding in base subclass. And I'm going to define more inside that calculation method. So you are using the same method name and same parameter, but you are using in a different classes, means that is called overriding method. You are going to give a more definition for the same methods name, that is called overriding. So it's simple. That's it, friends. So these are the main things we are to learn in Java. And one more thing is uh, we are creating a private variable. Okay, for example, you can create one class, and factory inside that you can have you can have a variable like material 1 and material 2, string, and string material 1, string material 2. And you can create a constructor, and inside that constructor this dot material 1 equal to, you can pass the parameter material 1 and material 2, and equal to, I can assign those to this variable. And you can call this, you can use this variable in another class using the object. Okay, the important thing is it's, if it is a public, it can access in another class, but if it is a private one, means you can't access it in another class. For that, what we need to do, you have to create get a setter method for that. Let's see the syntax for that header and setter method. I'm just going to create one more method, public, and get setter of and passing those parameters. And I'm going to set the value like this dot value, and pass that value. This dot material 1 equal to material 1. Like that, I'm going to assign. If it is a getter, means I can simply return that value, and it's a setter, means I can set that value like this. So the why we are using header setter means, if you are writing a program now, that is very important to uh, no one is if you are passing one value to one variables, you are the one person to, you can have the authority to change that. No one is, you are not interested to give that authority to change the other change by other member. At the time, you can use this header and setters. And you can give the authorities for few of them only to access those variables. So the data will be secure. For that, you can use header and setter methods, and declare that variable in private type. Yeah, that's it, friends. These are the things you have to learn in the basics of the programming, Java programming language. And just remember what are the concepts we had discussed it, in this video, and practice more, and you can learn more. Okay, what is object, what is class, what is data types, and what is methods, what is the use of main method, and what is constructor, what is this keyword, and why we are using header and setter. We are covered this topic in this video. I hope this video is useful to you. Thanks for watching. If you are a new user, don't forget to subscribe this channel.